Hello and welcome to Saturday's edition of Cracking the Cryptic, where on the channel we are a smidge, as I record this, which is Saturday morning, we are just a smidge, 50 subscribers short of 600,000 subscribers on the channel, and that means that I'm not risking it, and I have got a puzzle that I'm going to try celebrating 600,000 subscribers, but I don't want to tempt fate and assume that we're going to tick over that today. So instead, I'm going to do a puzzle by one of the absolute all-time greats Sudoku solvers, Ard van de Wetering from the Netherlands. It's called Pi, for reasons that are probably obvious to most of you, but this seems appropriate to me as well, because Ard is a great reason why we have got so many subscribers, because his puzzle, which appeared in a video called a Sudoku with only 4 given digits, is the biggest video that we've ever had on the channel. I think it's had over 9 million views. So I'm guessing that probably quite a few of you have found the channel because of that video. Ard's puzzles, they need no introduction. They are always interesting. He is a fascinating mind. And this one, you can see, we've got the digits of pi going round in a circle. I don't know who's put this in the software, by the way. This is very stunning graphics. And there is an extra rule, which is that within a 3x3 box, cells a single knight's move apart in chess cannot contain consecutive digits. So as usual, Ard puts a little twist on things. I've no idea how difficult this is, but this is what we're going to be trying in today's video. And do if you have time, do try and make the time to have a go at this. It will give you, I've no doubt, a lot of joy. Anyway, that's enough. That's enough of this puzzle and of 600,000. By the way, if we do reach 600,000 subscribers, we are releasing a very special free Sudoku pack featuring puzzles to celebrate 600,000 by the likes of Phistomefel and Codec. So that hopefully that will happen tomorrow. Now, what else did I want to mention? Well, I'm going to mention Oren Otter. And now, if you've been following the channel for a while, you will probably know of Oren Otter, because Oren often writes limericks about that day's video that appear in the comments. They're always very, very good. And Oren, anyway, I didn't know that Oren was a musician as well, because a couple of days ago, Oren sent us what can only be described, well, it's a pop song, all about cracking the cryptic. And I think it's really very good. So I don't know. I've been trying to reach out to Oren to check. I don't know what the copyright situation is on this. So I'm going to take a flyer and just include this pop song at the end of the video, so that you can all pass judgment on it. And I hope agree with me that Oren Otter, I don't know what Oren Otter's career is. Well, Oren Otter could be a very famous pop singer for all I know, but I think he should be. Anyway, have a listen, see what you think of it. Absolutely brilliant. Yeah, thank you, Oren, for creating that. Yeah, it's staggering. It's staggering when people go to this sort of trouble to support the channel. Now, birthdays. Let's do some birthdays today. Hedda, it's your birthday, and I know this because your boyfriend Sid wrote to us. Now, I'm sure you know this, but your boyfriend's name is David, but I think people call him Sid, so I'm not sure which one I'm meant to say. But anyway, Sid wishes you a very happy birthday, Hedda. I hope you have a great birthday with lots of cake, of course. Next, Jim, it's your birthday, and I know this because your friend Anne wrote us the most charming email. I think you're both in Denmark, and Anne began very tactfully by being very diplomatic about the football result the other day. So Anne, thank you for being considerate. And apparently Anne is making you chocolate cake, Jim, for your 53rd birthday, with the idea being that you're going to be able to eat all the icing and she's going to be able to eat all the cake. Jim, you got the better end of that deal. And thank you very much for writing. Thank you. Well, happy birthday, Jim. And Anne, I think it was your birthday yesterday when you turned a secret age I cannot possibly reveal. But Anne, many happy returns. I hope you had a good one. And then finally, Veronica. Veronica, you turned 29 today. And I know this because your sister Diana wrote to us. And told us that you both watched the channel. I think, Veronica, you introduced Diana, so thank you for doing that. Thank you for spreading the word about these wonderful variant Sudoku puzzles. And Veronica, I hope you have a great birthday today. And that's all the news. Let's turn our attention to solving and have a look at Pi by Ard van de Wetering. And these are, well, I've already read the rules. I'll read them again. Normal Sudoku rules apply, so we have to put the digits 1 to 9 once each in every row, every column, and every 3 by 3 box. And then within a 3 by 3 box, cells a single knight's move apart in chess cannot contain consecutive digits. So let's look at that square. If I make that square a 2, then what that's saying is that these two squares are affected by that, I think, because we're looking for cells a single knight's move apart. And neither of these squares could be a 1 or a 3. Now this one couldn't be a 1 anyway, but neither could be a 3 or a 1, I think. So that's interesting, isn't it? Because that means it doesn't really affect the middle digit at all, because the middle digit is not a knight's move away from anything. Anyway, that's probably solving, and I know I'm not meant to do that when I do the introduction, so I will quickly move on. Do have a go. The way to play is to click the link under the video as usual. But now I get to play. Let's get cracking. You wouldn't believe it's the morning, by the way. It's getting darker and darker outside. Summer has, well, it came briefly yesterday, and now it's departed again. Right, how do we start this? We could do some Sudoku. At least we can pencil mark 9s down there, 8s up here. Okay, I can actually see that I can do something without using the funny rule, but I'm just going to carry on for a moment doing Sudoku while I'm. I mean, Ard, what are you doing, by the way? Making me do Sudoku in your Sudoku puzzle. I'm going to have to do this, aren't I? Hang on, I can't see anything else immediately anyway. Oh, no, I've seen something else. Okay, all right, so are 7 and 8 the next two digits of pi, by the way? Because obviously these ones have been given special status in the circle. I don't know whether the next two digits after the 9 here are 8 and 7. I'm not sure. But anyway, let me tell you what I saw straight away here, which is that 7 is not allowed to be a knight's move away from 8, is it? So I think we can immediately place 8 down here. And actually that's rather pretty, because then 8 is consecutive with 9. So 8 and 9 can't be a nice move apart. So we immediately get a little bit, well, we do get a bit of traction, don't we? Because now we get pencil marks 8s and 9s in box 6. Pencil mark 8s and 9s in box thingy, the technical term for box 3. And then I can see there's some Sudoku we can do in this box now. Maverick, I mean, you're late today, Maverick. 8 minutes 47, and we're about to get buzzed past by Maverick, who often likes to take off from the local airstrip and buzz past my window. So these are a 3-6 pair by Sudoku. No, they're not, because the 5 is consecutive with 6. So that's 3, that's 6. I do really like it when you can sort of start puzzles quite quickly, and that's what this feels like to me. It's very rare. Now, what's this doing? Well, the other thing I saw was 8 and 7 can't be a knight's move apart, so let's do that. See if we can make any progress in that regard. Yeah, I can. Oh, well, okay, that's lovely. How appropriate. 3, 3. Where does 3 go in box 7? The answer is in the corner. And that's 3 in the corner. That's 3 in the spotlight, losing its religion. Okay. Right, so now 1 in box 7 has to be in one of these 2 squares, look, which means it's no longer here. Now, what do we do next? I don't know. Let's try. Hang on, I'm stuck now. Let's have hopefully a brief pause while I stare at this grid. 1 in box 1. It's in a corner, which does at least suggest the knight's move could be relevant to it. So, no, it's a bit tricky to use though, isn't it? So, for example, if that's a 2, then you would know neither of these could be a 1. So if that's a 2, that's a 1. I don't think there's a problem with that. Okay. Alright, I'm unsurprised that this gets stickier, to be honest. Let's think. What else can we do here? 1, 2, 4, 5. 6. Okay. Oh, I see. Right, 6 in box 7. Where does it go? And actually I can place it, because it's not there by SUDOKU, but it can't go there because it would be consecutive with 7. So I can place 6 here. And then... I don't know, actually. This bottom digit here in box 7 is a 2 or a 4. Because I've not placed 1, 2, 4 and 5 in this box, but 1 and 5 seem to be pencil marked into row 8. So this square is just 2 or 4, but it's not consecutive with anything that looks helpful. Okay, so now... Well, oh, okay, so 6 in box... Well, it's slightly restricted. 6 in box 8 is in one of these squares, but it can't be a knight's move away from a 7. So 6 is now one of these. Now... No, that's actually not very helpful. No, what I was about to say is gibberish. Oh, hang on, look, 7 is in one of those squares. Now we can rule it out from being in this one because of the 6 again. Yes. Oh, okay. Sorry. Look, this is a 7, 8, 9 triple just by this column. Because we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 and 6 effectively pencil marked. So these squares are 7, 8 and 9. Now, what restrictions? That now can't be a 4. So 4 is no longer here. So 4 is in one of those. Right, that's interesting. For 5 in this box, actually. That's not 9 as well. Yeah, so it's, if we look at 4 now, it's in one of those 2 positions in box 3. But if it was here, my 5 pencil marks are here. So that would break the box, because if you put 4 there, you can't put 5 in the box at all. So as I try not to sneeze, I try manfully not to sneeze. I think I've done it. Okay, this is a 4. Let's get rid of the green. We probably don't need it. So that's a 4. Ah, right. So that can't be a 3. I really like this rule. It's very weird, but I like it. So that's great. That's right. This is a 5, 6 pair apparently. Yeah, that seems to just be SUDOKU. So where do I put 1 in this box? I've got to put it here. Oh, this is great. This is going to do... Oh, this is doing... Look at this, doing pure magic in box 1. 1 is now not here or here. So 1 is here. That takes 2 out of that square. But also 3 is now in the other corner. Oh, look. Look. The 3 is... 1 is consecutive with 2, but so is 3. So that can't be a 2. So the 2 has got sort of pinched into the middle of the box. And now this square is a 4. So 4 lives in one of these squares in box 8, which means it doesn't live here. I've now got a 1-2 pair there. That becomes a 4. So now these squares, well, obviously. Oh, one of them's a 1, and it's that one. And that's a 2, and that's a 5. And that's all completely done. Okay, so 7, 8, and 9 are a triple in column 2. There is... Well, okay, where's 5 in this box now? It's got to go in the corner. Now that means 6 can't go here, which means where's 6 in this box? This is beautiful. I mean, I will say it's not as difficult as some puzzles I have to tackle on the channel, but it's no less enjoyable for that. It's just filling itself in, actually. So Maverick, you can try and distract me all you like. But the good guys are still winning today. I shouldn't have said that, should I? Because now I'll get totally stuck. 5. Okay, so 5 goes here, 6 goes here. 6 can't be consecutive with 7, so I can't put the 7 there. So that fixes the 9 and the 7, which fixes the 9 and the 8 on the other side. These squares are now 2, 4, and 8. And these squares are 3, 6, and 7. Now, what magic can we do with this? 1 can't go next to 2, or can't be a knight's move from 2. 9 can't be a knight's move from an 8. The 5 is not going to be relevant. SUDOKU? Yeah, there's an 8 here, so that's 4. That's 2, that's 8. That's just got filled in. That's not 7. Oh, in fact, look, that's lovely. The 8 does that both sides, because it can never be a knight's move away from a 7, so we get 7. So 7, oh nearly, 7 in box 5 is in one of 2 places. 7, it can't be a knight's move away from an 8. These squares are 2, 5 and 6. And that's not 6, and that's not 5. And 1 can't be a knight's move away from a 2. And therefore we will say... What will we say next? We will say that... it's probably SUDOKU now. Because we've made some remarkable progress. What are these squares? These are 4, 8 and 9, I think. And 4 can't be a knight's move away from a 3. So these squares are 1, 2 and 7, and that can't be a 1 or a 2, because that would be a knight's move away from a 3, so that's a 7. This is a 1, 2 pair. 7 can't be a knight's move away from an 8. 7 in the middle box is placed, look, because of pencil marks. We've actually got all the 7s in the grid. Now, let's go back to this box. What else can we do here? 7. I can't see anything that I can do there. All right, let's check this box again. No. Okay, I can't see anything there either. Right, so we probably have to do... Right, yeah, okay, so let's have a think about... This is lovely. Where is 8 in the middle box? And the answer is it's not in a whole panoply of places, because it's in one of these places by SUDOKU. But it can't be a knight's move away from a 7, and that actually is going to place 8, so that's 8. This is now not 8. There's a 4, 9 pair in this row. So the digits I haven't placed in this row are 1, 2 and 6. So this is from 1, 2 and 6. But that's in the middle of the box, so we're not going to be able to... We can use SUDOKU on that, but not much else. Oh, 4 and 9 are now a pair, apparently. How's that worked? Oh yeah, I suppose, because that one's not 8 because of the 7. Okay. So that does seem reasonable. So that becomes 8, which means that's 8. This is now a 4-9 pair. 8. I don't know, actually. I'm not sure whether I can do something with that. Okay. 9 in box 5 is in one of these two squares. What else do you think? 2, 3, 4. Can we do... I'm sorry if I've... Oh, that can't be a 4. Because I seem to have 5 locked into one of those squares in box 8. So if that was a 4, I couldn't place 5 in the box. Look, so 4 is in one of these two squares. Which means, what does that mean? It means, I was going to say it means that can't be 3 or 5, but it actually can't be 3 or 5 anyway because of SUDOKU. Oh, how strange! How strange. All right. Let's try. It must be SUDOKU in this middle box. What is it that I'm meant to be spotting here? Where is 1? One of 3 places. Where is 3s, 6s? Oh, I'm sorry, I'm just not seeing it. Oh no. I don't know. There must be some... I can't actually see what... I'm not... Oh, no, that's just... I'm starting to see things. That's not a good sign, is it? Is there a problem? Is it something to do with... What about 6 in the middle box? Where's that? It's not there and it's not there. So 6 is in the same 3 positions that 1 was due to be pencil marked into. That doesn't feel nearly enough though, does it? What about... These squares are 1, 2... Ah, that's a 3 or a 4 by SUDOKU. Okay, so maybe it's SUDOKU down here. Although... Oh, 4. There's a 4 there. That's huge. Right, so it is SUDOKU. Let me just think about that again. Does that feel reasonable? 4 is in this, yeah, that does feel reasonable. That's a 4 by SUDOKU. Which means 4 in the middle box is in one of 2 places. That doesn't do it, does it? So these squares are now 1s, 2s and 3s with no restriction. 3 is definitely in one of them. And these squares here are 1s, 2s, 5s and 6s, but there are restrictions. That square there is not... a 1 or a 2. That square is not a 5. And that square seems to have a lot of different options. But... Right, okay, but hang on, we have to be a bit careful here. Because that square can't be a 2. Because if this square was a 2, what would we put in that square? That would have no... That's so weird. If that square is a 2, you can't fill this square in, because it's no longer able to be a 2, and it would be consecutive with 2. So that is not a 2. Which means in this bottom row... Well, okay, no. Alright, so I can do exactly the same. That's absolutely beautiful. I suspect there's something much easier than this, actually. Because this feels like a step up in difficulty, but I absolutely love it. Look, this can't be a 2. Because it's the same logic. If that's a 2, what do you put in that square? Nothing is the answer. And now where's 2 in the bottom row? It's there. So that's 2, that's 1. This becomes a 2-3 pair. These squares, well, so now Hang on, let's just get this right. So now if this is a 2, that's a 1, that would be a 6. So if that's a 2, that's a 1. I don't know if that's possible or not. Oh, I'm not sure. Okay, so we're going to have to look further afield. It must be something in the middle box. Let's try. Where do we think? I'm going to try row 4. 2, 3, 4, 5, and 9. So this is 3, 5, or 9, I think. That's terrible. That's absolutely terrible. Is that really true? 2, 3, 4, 5, 9. I can't see why that's not true. Okay, 2, 3, 4, not 5, not 9. This one, 2, 3, 5. Okay, but we might be able to do better than that using these knight's move restrictions. So how are they impacting upon things? And the answer is not at all, actually. Oh, okay. So there is something more complicated to do here. All right, let's try... Good grief. All right, let's try column 4. Where in column 4, we have got 5 digits. We have not placed the digits 3, 5, 6, and 9. So this digit is 5, 6, or 9. But it's not 6 because it would be a knight's move away from a 7. So this has come to 5 or 9. That feels like it's going to be restricted, doesn't it? So if that was 4, that would be 9. But if that's 4, oh, if that's 4, that's 9. Because it would stop that being 3 or 5. I'm still not quite spotting it. I'm sure it's one of these knight's move things that would help me. Is it possible? Is this 7 doing something to those? Is this 1 doing something? No. Is this 4 or 9 doing something? If that was 4... Oh, goodness, yes, there we go. Right. This might be wrong, though. Okay, no. Let's look at this digit. If that was a 4, I'd have to put 5 in... Well, I couldn't put 5 in either of those squares, and I couldn't put 5 in this box. So that's a 9. So that's 9, that's 4 by SUDOKU now. So this is probably going to tidy everything up. That's 4, that's 9, that's now become a 5. 4 here puts too much pressure on this, so that's got to be 9. This is a 6, that's a 2, that's a 5. Aha. Oh no. Okay, we've got a 2-3 pair, but the 4 is... Look, because these would ordinarily be a deadly pattern. But imagine that, because imagine there was no extra rule in this puzzle, then you couldn't, the internal logic of the puzzle could then not determine which way round these 2s and 3s went, because they could go this way, these could both be 2s and these 3s, or these could both be 3s and these 2s, and the puzzle would have 2 solutions. But because there's a clever extra rule here, this 4 stops that being a 3, and that tells us the direction of travel for that otherwise naughty pattern. So this is 1, well, this must be done now. What's going on? Yes, that can't be 6, so that's got to be 6 in the middle. And now this is 1, that's 2. This is 6, this is 3. This is 5, this is 6, this is 1. That is a beautiful puzzle, isn't it? Yeah, that is just pure class. Let's click tick. Oh. Oh. Okay, solve counter 76. That's extremely strange. This is a brand new puzzle to my knowledge. And we've had it tested by 2 people. How's the solve counter 76? And why doesn't it include a solution? I have no idea what's going on there. You know what? I wonder if there is another puzzle called Pi by Ard that we've released in the past. And perhaps Sven's counter is picking up souls of that puzzle as well as this one. So I might have to change the title of this so that the software understands this is new. Also, I'm going to have to check that this solution is correct, because whoever's put it in the software for me hasn't put the solution in. So I hope that's correct. It felt logical and it felt wonderful. I hope you've had a go at it. And if you have, or whether or not you have, let me know how you got on. We enjoy the comments, especially when they're kind. We'll be back later with another edition of Cracking the Cryptic.
Simon and Mark on the screen, with puzzles that seem so mean, but they never fought. With a smile they can't stop, and their methods are always so keen. Let's get cracking, they chant, solving grids in a trance. Every pixel in sight, they fill numbers just right, with a style that's way more than chance. Like a chocolate teapot it melts, bombings they shout with no belts. Every puzzle's undone by these kings of the fun. SUDOKU success truly felt in the heart of the night, with each square oh so tight. They decipher each clue, nothing they can undo. It's a marvelous mind-taming sight. They solve even the toughest lines with strategies that just shine. Like a dance in the dark, SUDOKU's not stark in the hands of his epic twine. Like a chocolate teapot it melts, bombings they shout with no belts. Every puzzle's undone by these kings of the fun. SUDOKU success truly felt. Like a chocolate teapot it melts, bobbins they shout with no belts. Every puzzle's undone by these kings of the fun. SUDOKU success truly felt. Let you go, 'cause success truly felt.